I wasn't always confident in English. In fact, sometimes I couldn't even say a full sentence. But here's how I got 8 in IELTS speaking test. Hi there, this is me Fatima Ekra and welcome to One On With Ekra. So in my last video, I received this comment and that's why I decided to talk about this topic. Here's the news for you. I'm gonna make 2 separate video in this topic so that you can know how I overcome all of my problems. So in this video, I'm going to talk about how I started to learn English, what's the easiest way to learn English, how to practice, do and don'ts, and lastly, how to feel confident in English. So let's start the video. So our first point is how I started to learn English. Let me give you a quick flashback. A backstory, obviously. So back in 2016, when I was only 11 years old, I started to watch YouTube all on my own. And I came across a lot of YouTubers such as Superwoman, Urgent, and others. So I still remember that time I wanted to be like them. My dream was to be a YouTube comedian. That's why I actually went in front of the mirror and started to act like them, talk like them, trying to mimic their dialogues. But I didn't realize that simple act going to help me in long run. So what happened? The more I was practicing their dialogues, the more I was practicing their script, the more I was enhancing my vocabulary and my pronunciation. So most of the YouTubers I watched was American. Have kind of American accent. So I got pretty good, strong grip on the English back then, but I didn't even realize at all. And let me tell you, I'm a Bangla medium student, so around me, I don't have anyone to practice English with me. And that time, English wasn't that much popular at all. So that was my starting point. I watched thousands of these kind of videos. Then I listened to music. That time I was very addicted to music. But here's the thing, I didn't love to watch the music video, but instead I watched lyrical videos. So why I'm saying you have to watch lyrical videos is when you watch lyrical videos, you're hearing and seeing words at the same time. And let me tell you, it doesn't feel like you're studying, but you are. Oh, let me tell you one more thing. When you're watching any video like movie, dramas, kind of things, make sure you watch with subtitles. That's going to help you in long run. You can learn new vocabulary, you can understand how specific words are pronounced, and I think subtitles are blessing and were a blessing in my life. And I think subtitles that time was a crucial point for me to learn English easily. Honestly saying. So that's how I actually started to learn English. My second point is, what's the easiest way to learn English? So if you ask for anybody's opinion or ask anybody about how to learn English, maybe they're gonna tell you that you have to read a lot of newspapers, a lot of books or articles. But I'm gonna tell you, do not do it because you're new in this field, and if you're doing these things, that's gonna make you more bored. That's it. So what are you going to do is watch more and more YouTube videos or movies or dramas, but make sure watch those in English. Why? Because when you're seeing those things, hearing those things, seeing subtitles, it doesn't feel like you're studying, but you are. Yes. And that's very funny. I still remember when I was preparing for my IELTS exam for the first time, I bought the Netflix subscription and I was continuously binge watching. I saw Two Broke Girls, then Mean Girls, then other movies and series, and I really loved it. I turned my social media, my free time into learning, into productive time. So it doesn't matter if you're watching movies, dramas, or anything, but make sure watch those things in English. This is the most easiest way you can learn English. Trust me, that is going to help you a lot. And you're going to learn English more and more faster in this way. So my third point is how to practice. Now, if I share my experience with you, my personal experience, I'm going to highly recommend you not to practice English, spoken English, with friends. Why? Let me give you an example. Imagine there's person A and person B. Person A has broken English and person B is in the good spot. So when person A and B started to have a conversation, started to practice together, eventually person A is going to lose all his motivation to learn English. And I'm saying this from experience. I was person A and there was a person B. Sweet memories. Okay. So what are you going to do? Today's technology is very advanced. So make sure practice with ChatGPT, because ChatGPT is going to give you tips and tricks for you to improve your pronunciation, your vocabulary, and make sure to have a chit chat with ChatGPT every day. Because if you practice at least for 15 to 20 minutes every day, that's going to help you a lot. That's going to break your shyness, your awkwardness in English. So make sure to practice at least 15 to 20 minutes every day. It doesn't have to be always with ChatGPT. You can even have a self-talk. But make sure you say English words. You have communication with yourself or ChatGPT. And as I mentioned earlier, that you have to watch and should watch videos online in English. That's going to release dopamine, and that's how your interest in English is going to increase. So if you want to learn English, make sure to do it in a very, very simple and easy way. Because if you complex things, that's going to make things more harder. And my fourth point is do and don'ts. So let me tell you what you're going to do and what shouldn't you do. First thing is practice daily. As I mentioned earlier, practice daily for 15 to 20 minutes. Then try to learn new words. If you're in a good spot, then you don't have to do it. You just have to practice. But if you're not, if you're learning English from scratch, then try to learn simple words. For example, incredible, numerous, awesome. then various, these kind of simple words. Try to learn. Then third will be try to make English more fun. Basically, I meant watching videos. And fourth will be daily journal. Now, this is a very important point. When you're learning English, you're going to have a lot of grammatical mistakes and stuff. So, if you're starting to write journal, you can express your feelings, which going to reduce stress from your life. At the same time, you are very free to write anything. And when we are writing a paragraph or a passage, that's make our work, our journal complex. So try to write your daily habits, your daily activities in the journal. Even if you have grammatical mistakes, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all. Just write it. So these four options are do's. Let's talk about don'ts. First, do not practice with friends. Second, do not complex things. I mean, reading books, newspapers, articles for the first time. But if you're familiar with these things, if you're doing it for a long time, you can continue. But if you're new, then do not do it. Third, feeling shy. Because if you feel shy, you cannot express your things. So make sure you feel confident. And confidence is a thing that we learn after a long journey. Even I'm not confident. Let me tell you, I'm recording this video after so many takes, after deleting a lot of my videos. So I'm not confident, you're not confident, but you have to feel confident. You have to build your confidence day by day. And number four is faking until you make it. Yes, you're going to be successful one day and going to have everything you deserve, but before having those things, do not act like you have it. Build yourself bit by bit. Now, my last and final point is how to feel confident in English. Remember, we just talked about it. Now, if you're started your journey, your English speaking journey, let me tell you, you're going to get insulted, bullied, misunderstood a lot. This is going to be a daily session for you. Why? Talking from my experience, people around me thought I am saying words in a fancy way, I'm making things up, I'm saying because I wanted to feel superior. But you know what's the actual matter here? As I mentioned before, I started my English journey since I was only 11 years old. So I practice with native speakers. I learned things from native speakers. So definitely my words, my pronunciation, my vocabulary style, everything is going to be quite different, a bit different. And for this video only, I'm talking in a very slow speed. But if you meet me in real life, you'll notice that I talk a bit fast because that is how I speak naturally. But since you're here, that means you are here to learn English, to get guidance to learn English. That's why I decided to speak in a very slow speed. And do not feel small or insulted when those people say negative things to you, because when you succeed, they're going to be proud of you. They're going to say, oh, I know her, I know him. But when you are in the process, they're definitely going to be annoyed by you. So do your work, make yourself proud, make your parents proud. Do not think about them. I know it's going to hurt, I know it's going to be painful, but here we are. If I stopped my journey that day when they insulted me, definitely I won't be the person that I'm today. So believe in yourself, love yourself, and open yourself to learn new things. And that is it for today, guys. If you like this video, subscribe me, and thank you for your time. Keep watching. At the same time, I would love to say I really love you. If you think that I make mistakes or I am not good at explaining things, please comment down below because I want your feedback. Thank you so much. Allah Hafiz.